right. We'll sync our watches.
And we are live. This is Sketched Out. I'm Cole Clayton, and with me I have my boy, Kyle Petrila. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. And today we have the lovely Maurganne Mooney. That is a very Irish name. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. We're really excited to have you because we had a little bit of a mix up where I think we were I think Kyle told you
I
2 weeks ago, which was honestly my bad because I think I messed up because I think we booked at the same time, like we booked our guests like down to the minute. So
but you booked. It was my fault. I just jumped the gun. But you booked somebody, and then I booked the following week. Like you never changed week. I just didn't know what day of the week or month it was at all. And I'm just like tomorrow, and Margie, and everybody's ready, and then Cole's like, no. I'm like, fuck.
Whatever the explanation is, we're both evidently modest, so we're both going to take blame here. So, Maurganne, tell us about yourself. You said that you're named after an Irish goddess, if I'm correct, right?
I have to tell you, my government name is not so feisty. It's Darlene. It means darling, and that didn't work out for me. So I needed to, I don't know, butch myself up. So I changed my name to Maurganne. It's my stage name, Maurganne Mooney. I like the two M's, and she was the goddess, Irish goddess of war. So.
Well, that's kind of really badass, actually. I didn't know, we kind of talked about that a second ago, but I didn't know that the Irish had a female god of war, goddess, if you will.
Yeah.
That just tells you everything you need to know about the Irish people. You know what I mean? They're straight warriors. You know, badass, greatness, if you ask me. Because everybody else thinks it's a man's sport. It's not. It's whoever's good at it. To make you feel better, I use a stage name as well. I go by Cole Clayton. My name is like some redneck thing that my mom came up with because I'm originally from Texas. So.
Well, I'm only half Irish. I'm half Indigenous as well. So.
Okay.
Pretty Canadian.
Would that fall under Métis?
No, Métis is a specific mix of French Canadian from Louis Riel time, and
French and Indigenous.
So I'm just mixed. I grew up in a camp. They ethnically cleansed me, and
oh my, not that kind of show.
Right, yeah, I was like, we're getting into it now.
It's getting dark. Shit.
It sounds like a spa treatment, though, doesn't it?
Ethically cleansed. Oh God, there's so many bad jokes. World War II. It was not a spa.
I love it. This show goes off the rails every week. Somehow we still do it. We try to be cool, and it always goes off the rails. So it's not your fault, Maurganne.
That's okay.
So where are you coming? Where are you broadcasting from right now?
Oh, I'm in Toronto.
Toronto. Oh, okay, cool. So you probably know Kyle.
Yes, I think I've been to some open mics he's been at.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Do you remember though? I'm pretty sure this was our first show together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what?
Oh, the one in Kensington Market. The taco.
Yeah. Oh, some dude came in and started verbally attacking a comic, and then halfway through the first set, I had just had enough because it was okay, it was a couple minutes, but then he left, and they would keep coming back, and it would just keep happening. And I'm just all right, nobody's stepped in to do fucking anything. And then I just get up, I get in between them, and I just fucking scream in his face.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Like you were the bouncer there.
I bounced the dude, and I was just a comic. And then the funny thing is, he's like, okay, I'm leaving, and then he's like, and he keeps saying shit, but every time he said something, he'd be like, not you, him, not you, him, like because he didn't want me to beat the fuck out. So, and I'm just like, I'm not, and then and then he fucking left, and I'm just like, and now Emily, like the comic, like my friend was on stage at the time preparing for an LA like comedy festival. Like I think it was the one Riot Girl one that just went on last year though, and so I'm like the producer. I'm just like, give her a few more minutes, and then I went up there and completely like shit the bed. Because most of my like comedy at that time was about me being big and scary and how I'm not actually that way. And then I just screamed that dude and bounced him. And then eventually that just turned into me talking to some girls that were in the front row about their job at like Red Bull or some shit and trying to get a job. So yeah.
Oh my God.
The fact that you'd still want to come on the show, it shows your low standards.
So Maurganne, how long have you been doing comedy? And maybe entertainment in the period at all?
Well, I have to say, growing up, comedy saved my life. Like being a watcher of comedy. And then I'm Gen X, so I had 20 careers before this one.
Notably,
that sounds about right.
Anyone's
because the
weirder
baby
than
boomers
comedy?
weren't giving up their jobs, bastards.
Do you have any careers that were weirder than comedy or just absurd?
Yes, all of them are weird. I was in the Army.
Nice.
I'm trained radio teletype operator, so I know how to hide a truck in the woods, and I can write things in code.
See,
you probably do my job right now, like what I'm doing right now, which is just like swapping the camera back and forth.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't pay, but you can do it.
I could do it. Probably. We used to have like big antennas, and it wasn't back in my day. There weren't that many women in the Army. There still isn't a lot of women in the Army. 70,000 veterans are women.
That's it.
Out of 450,000 veterans we have in Canada.
You know what? I'm
just so
I'm thinking America. I'm like,
yeah.
Our military is way smaller than I thought.
We don't need a big military. You guys do it all.
Let me just. If there's anything you will learn from this show, is that Americans are all narcissists. That's what that is. So, anyway, go ahead.
Lovely. I trained with them once in Gagetown, and we used to trade green berets. We're big for them. They'd give you anything for a green beret.
Oh yeah, well, because that's our special forces, you know?
Right, but to us, it's our regular issue green berets. Now that I'm a civilian veteran, I get my berets in a variety of colors.
You do wear a beret.
I do, and it's on purpose usually to drive home. I'm a veteran, damn it.
Is it? It's like your throwback to your military. That's cool.
But sorry, to answer your question, I started at Second City, Toronto in 2015. I guess when I bought my laptop.
Right around the same time, huh? Are they connected?
Did you buy it for?
You're like, I can do comedy now. I can type.
No, she was like, I better buy that computer because I'm doing comedy now. I will have no money ever again.
Yeah, that happens a lot as you get older. A lot of things happen around the same time.
So, who are a few of your like influences as far as comedy goes?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, everyone, right?
And Richard Pryor.
Okay.
And to go a complete opposite, Jim Gaffigan.
Nice. I like him, yeah.
I admire his talent at being funny and staying clean.
It is nice, right? It's an ability. It really is like a superpower almost.
Yeah.
I would never even try to do something like that.
It's funny because my shit's not like, it's just like, I just swear a lot. Like, it's not necessary. It's just me as a human. So it's like,
yeah, that's the thing with me, right? Like both of us,
I would have to like change my being.
we weren't raised right. That's what it is.
Oh, definitely not. No.
It's hard to understand what's clean anyway these days.
Oh, I asked
politically correct committees, you know? I'm Gen X. We're not politically correct anymore.
Right, because really nobody gives a shit about like cussing anymore. You know what I mean? Like as far unless it's in front of children, but like you can be in just about any situation with other adults, and nobody gives a shit anymore. You know, like it's not the way it used to be.
Like it's funny in Toronto. There used to be a clean show, and I asked.
That's my mother, by the way.
Saying that he was raised fine.
Right in the nick of time, right?
There was a clean show, and a professional comedian that you'd probably know, but I'm not gonna say her name. She, like, I was just like, and this was early in my career. I'm just like, define clean. You know what I mean? Like, does that mean no? Like, my show was like no rape jokes. Other than that, no rape jokes, and so I didn't care about anything other than that. And then, but like clean, I'm like, yeah, that's probably on there. And then it's like, does that mean no drug references? Does that mean just no swearing? You know what I mean? Like, there's like a whole list of stuff, and then they just didn't damn well respond. I'm just like, how am I supposed to know? Like, you know, and then I'll just next time I'll just lie like everybody else, go up on stage, and embarrass you because something wasn't clean, right? Like.
That's it. It's hard to know what somebody's expectation of clean might be.
Yeah, and I was just trying to
able to talk about anything as long as you have come from, don't punch down.
Yeah. That's why I've sunk my life so low that like
that's the key.
There's very little underneath.
We all start there.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you turn 5 and things get better. But like,
so I just signed up with Soldiers in the Arts.
Okay.
And we're doing a show in July at the Legion, but they're basically we had a guy in showing us some clown stuff. It was really amazing. Like it was so light and fun.
Yeah.
I
was asked. Oddly enough, I was asked if I was a clown once, and that was not in any way an insult, and it was supposed to be like actually like a compliment. And I'm like starting to learn. Like I try to ask people because it's kind of like magic. It's like you have to like it's a secret, and like clowns are fucking like that's a serious shit, and like it was apparently like a pretty decent. Because the person who asked me I was like, no, like what? And then she was like, I'm a clown, and like so it was like a sign of like respect almost from a professional comedian but at the time I just found it annoying, but now it's like
maybe you're missing your calling.
That's
you don't choose clown chooses you.
I don't know, man. Kyle's like 7 foot tall, so like that's just like I'm not afraid of clowns. Like the general, like that's evidently a normal fear, but that's a fucking scary ass clown. Just imagine just a clown, but he just like steps out of the clown car and just bro, you're like, Jesus Christ, get me the fuck out of this circus. Holy shit.
A big clown.
But
when did this become a slaughterhouse? What the hell?
Oh, no.
Trying to take my kids, and now they're gonna cry for the rest of their life.
So I get out of the car.
Therapy.
So I get out of the clown car alone, and then I just start pulling out body parts of other clowns because fuck, we gotta.
That was unnecessary, but okay.
Didn't all fit. I made it work. I don't know.
So let's pivot over to sketches. Have you done a lot of sketches in life, or like is this a new thing, or as far as sketch work goes, what is like, I don't even know really what I'm asking here. How long have you been doing sketches, per se?
Okay. Well, I did a little bit of sketch with Second City, Toronto, but I just finished the Humber College Comedy Writing and Performance Diploma, and we did sketch writing. I studied with Paul Bellini from Kids in the Hall,
Okay.
and he's actually in one of the sketches we're going to see,
Okay.
and he's filmed and edited these sketches as well. He's been a great mentor to me in terms of encouraging me, because I went through a little bit of ageism in when I went back to school, and I was pretty much left alone to write my own sketches. So I went my own way.
Yeah, I hear that. I knew people. Yeah, in Second City, I've heard ageism a lot actually, which is interesting. Because it's yeah, it was like somebody I knew that was she's probably about the age I am now, and she just was always the mom, or you know what I mean, like the parent. It's just like, you know, make her the daughter. I don't know, like it's fucking fun. Like you know, like make people younger. Like it would have been funnier if they gave her more opportunity. And we lost our guest.
We just lost our guest.
She will be back.
Well, I mean, I guess to just keep that conversation going. I don't know, like I'm still pretty young, you know, like I'm just now at the beginning of being old. So I haven't really dealt with that yet. But also I don't really like people.
Yeah.
Oh shit is correct. We said something she didn't like and she left.
She's like, fuck this.
Fuck this.
But yeah, that's funny. She set up the sketch and then just dipped. I was trying to send you a picture. Or if you want to hold on, I'll set up a screen. Present.
I actually have all the sketches too, unless you want to do it specifically.
No, I was just trying to share a screen. Yeah. Can you share that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the Canadian performer that she learned under, and he's famous.
That's
Do you know
the president of Ukraine, right?
You know who Kids in the Hall is, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I know New Kids on the Block.
No, Kids in the Hall are a sketch troupe, and so they had their own show.
We're not women haters. We're just not their biggest fan.
Okay, but no, but they were Kids in the Hall. They were known for dressing up as women, which is funny with your mom doing that. But yeah,
here she goes. Got back.
I got scared. Where did you go?
We're not clear on what happened either. So we figured that we said something and then you were like, "Fuck this." Like, I'm out.
No, I was in the middle of talking my face off.
But I have since shown who Paul Bellini is, and I was trying to explain to Cole who the Kids in the Hall were.
Oh, okay.
But
they're not Boys in the Hood.
They're not Boys in the Hood. That's a different group.
No, they would dress up as women a lot, and they just did a sketch. They were a sketch troupe, and they kept and they did sketch comedy, like a whole show.
It sounds like a really big hallway.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
There were just less kids.
Less kids. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's play this sketch.
Yeah, let's check out this sketch. So, the first one I have, I don't really have a name for it. Let's see if I can pull it up in the notes. The picture of a shirtless dude in the thumbnail.
A shirtless dude. Okay. Is he in a dog collar?
Yeah.
Yes, this is Jaguar. After the pandemic, I turned 50, and I found out I'd aged out of being a cougar. And so I wrote this piece about being a jaguar.
Nice.
Okay. Can you age out of being a cougar?
I'm too old to be a cougar. That's in your 40s.
I was dating somebody a little older than me, and then but I was in my 20s, and so she was in her 30s, and
okay, that's a cougar.
No, I called her a puma.
Well, I call 60-year-old Puma. Like Madonna's a Puma.
Oh God! So you went Puma older? I thought Puma was
And
old.
I went and did them all up to 80. Like, okay, so it goes Cougar and then Jaguar and then Puma and then saber-tooth tiger. Like Cher's a saber-tooth tiger.
Oh my God!
Right, my
And then
mom's
if
just
you make
finding
it
this
to your
out as she goes. I think she's starting to get annoyed because she's closing in on that half-century mark.
if you make it to your shady 80s, then you're a horny owl. And you say, who's gonna
That
sleep
there
with
was like,
me?
I didn't know there was like age specificities to being a cougar. I thought it was just somebody who dated younger dudes. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, well, that's them dating younger dudes because the ones their age may ghost them due to natural causes. It's like,
Okay, let's throw the. Let's see the sketch. Can we?
okay.
All right.
Hello, I'm
Oh, this is Paul.
standing in front of a Bellini.
Oh
Why do you
no,
keep checking you?
wrong button.
Oh,
My bad.
Hello, I'm Paul, standing in front of a Bellini and drinking a Bellini. And listening to Bellini. I know, it's all a bit too much, isn't it? It's an embarrassment of riches. I mean, I get everything I want. It's kind of sickening. And just like this big baby in the painting behind me, I like to be coddled. Yeah, absolutely. Raffy, you take me to the kitchen so I can get some num-nums?
Bellini beer. A champagne taste on a beer budget.
That was Bellini beer.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I don't know why that's
Hello, I'm Paul.
Is that not the right one?
no, that's Bellini beer. But
Gotcha.
Jaguar is me in a boudoir with the leopard print and
Okay, so let me fix that then. I was like, where is she coming in? Like, when did she come in? Like,
no, I'm the announcer. Bellini beer, champagne taste on a beer budget.
this
It
was this was the first time we had a technical difficulty of like putting the wrong short.
we're gonna go through every possible thing we can do wrong. Hopefully before we get like a massive following. So
Gotcha.
okay, so I
Can you
think
get that
okay.
any
This
bigger? Like, what's going on?
what, Kyle?
I said, can we get that bigger? Like, what's going on with the screen?
You know what? Sure. Just for you, Kyle.
All right, finally.
There we are. This is Jaguar.
A mature woman who dates younger men recreationally for sex.
Darling, are you frightened about turning 50? Darling, don't fret. Press reset and become a jaguar.
Jaguar.
The only difference between a cougar and a jaguar is 10 years and 100 grand in cosmetic surgery. Jaguar. Cougars eat younger men for breakfast. I prefer mine at 4 p.m. I enjoy a early bird. That's special. Yes, and I can do 3 a.m. shit at noon.
Jaguar.
Sure, sex with a MILF is hot, but her 3 ex-husbands are not. Mine are all dead. Well, they're dead to me. I still got it, and it does not require penicillin. I still wear stockings and garters, of course. Compression, they're sexy and they keep me alive.
Jaguar.
Sometimes I wear bustier. Who says you can't be hot for hernia?
Is that purring?
Oh, I get 80% off on all drugs And I have a medical marijuana grow license. Make me a
Hey,
Bon Jovi CD and I'll be all sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Jaguar, for the woman who has everything but needs to be asleep by 10 p.m.
okay. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, like, I don't even know what to say about that because it was pretty awesome. It was also very well, like, for all the things we've shown, that's like one of the most produced things we've shown on this show too.
Oh, really? Yeah, Paul did that we did the green screen room.
Oh, nice.
It's one of the first times using green screen at the Humber College. And then he went behind and made the boudoir and all that in the background. And I like the lighting he did with it.
Yeah.
It was really well done. The cinematography was amazing on it.
With green screen, the lighting, like, because I've tried to do it myself, and lighting is like 95% of the issue with like that shit. Like if the green screen, there's shadowing, like there's all this stuff. Obviously, I assume that the school had a pretty good setup at the time, but
$10 million green screen room.
Oh fuck. Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's like the real deal. Gotcha. It's not like some bullshit I bought off of Amazon.
Yeah.
And I wore that outfit in the school. They just like went down the hallway.
Yeah, but you can't be like, it's Second City. If weird shit ain't happening, it's not working well. I don't know. Or sorry, that wasn't Second City. Humber.
The Humber College.
Hey, yeah, then that's funnier. Yeah, because there's normal people there too.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of cool things I learned from the program, but the green screen room, having access to the business department, it's like a $10 million green screen room to get to do like anchor desk stuff or.
Oh yeah.
Is it like a film school or?
No, the comedy writing and performance.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. So a lot of writing, a little bit of performance.
Did you I've heard that it's pretty, like, it's a lot, like it's a heavy workload, like that program, like that, because they have you're doing like, well, I guess improv is not, but you're like doing sketch and stand up and all that at the same time, but it's all writing, so
yeah, and a little bit of physical comedy, a little bit of acting, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Like, I know somebody that dropped out because it was like too much for her. And
I could see that. I did it in 4 years.
Yeah.
I made sure it was accessible for me.
Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah.
So like, when was that written, or when was that like filmed, I should say?
Last year.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. No, I've lost some weight. I had weight loss surgery. But I like the look of it, that it's sort of like a horror movie kind of thing. But dating in your 50s is a horror movie, damn it.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Shit.
It's not cute.
Yeah.
I have a different outlook on it, but I'm way not there yet. So my mother's not even 50 yet, so I got some time. Not to call you old for today, I just have a different outlook on dating.
No, I'm a time traveler from the 90s. I'm not old.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. That's a way to look at it.
It took us 50 years to get here.
See, I'm not Southern. I'm just a time traveler. I just changed time zones.
Yeah.
It's all about how you look at it.
Right.
Okay, so what's this next one? We got woke coffee, I believe.
Yes, this one I wrote to address the woke nation of Gen Z, because I had a lot of Gen Z in my classes.
They're the worst, aren't they?
Armchair activists.
Oh God, terrible.
So this is a parody on woke coffee for the bro in the know.
You know what's funny about that is, like, I'm the oldest of 6 kids, right? All of them are Gen Z. I'm the only millennial, and not one of them is like one of those super woke people. So like, it's always funny to me when people bring up how woke they are, and I'm like, I don't see it, but it's fair. But
that's the thing. Like, okay, like because of you, they probably grew up more millennial-ish. And like because like I have 2 older siblings, like I'm very Gen Z or Gen X because like that's what they are, and like that's what I grew up with. So it's weird to fall into this like millennial shit.
I have 2 millennial daughters and 1 Gen Z. I took 17 years off.
There you go. That's how you do it. It's not even. That's not even weird because I have a 15-year-old brother. So as a 30-year-old, so to me it's not that weird.
It's the same thing, yeah. So I've got a 30-year-old daughter and I have a 15-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, people, today we're shooting Woke Coffee. It's a massive campaign about this coffee and what's going right in the world. Just act natural and use any of the important causes out there.
Woke coffee for the bro in the know.
Why am I having
What's
trouble
dead
with this?
ass, son?
What's dead ass? Why is it? I'm literally plugged into the Wi-Fi or the router. It's always the second video, Kyle. Have you ever noticed that?
Well, this is like the 3rd because you played the wrong one first. So
That's okay.
Use any of the important causes out there.
Woke coffee for the bro in the know of what's dead ass, son.
I'm pro-choice.
Woke.
At Pro-Choice Auto, whether I change a tire or not, I still get credits I can use to travel.
I'm against fast fashion.
Woke.
I like my fashion slow.
I say no to sweatshops.
Woke.
And yes to sweaty workouts.
I'm a vegetarian
Woke.
with a 1-day meat cheat.
I donate to UNICEF.
Woke.
I mail all the food I don't eat to China.
I'm a good person, which means I'm better than you.
Woke coffee is the #1 beverage preferred by virtue signalers everywhere. Its a rich aroma gives the air of superiority because clearly you're the superior person in every room. Say goodbye to white fragility because now you're woke, son.
Cut, that was shit. Do you even know what woke is? Do it again, and this time, say some woke shit.
I'm pro-choice.
I'm against fast fashion.
I say no to sweatshops.
I'm vegetarian.
I donate to UNICEF.
I don't cross the street now when I see a black person. I have a black friend, and he says,
Sold.
And now canceled coffee for folks that will never be woke. Made out of repurposed zoo poop. Eat shit, bigot.
Woke. Cut. Get out, all of you. Janet, where did you find
oh my god, that was so. It's funny because I know at the mall where that parking lot is.
Yeah.
but no, like yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. It was very good.
So these are me making fun of my students that I was working with in the writing room who didn't want to write with me.
How long ago did you film that one?
That was like one of the first ones I filmed with Paul. And that's his favorite mall. So we all trekked out there.
That's funny. It's a really weird mall because I guess it's so it's like all parking lot, like there's like a kind of a ground level, but it's mostly parking lot, and then all the stores are like above. Like it's very it's like if you built just like a vertical parking lot and then put all the stores like around it a bit.
Yeah, it reminded me of the States, like Florida outdoor shopping malls.
Yeah.
You know, where they got stands outside because the weather's always nice, not like here.
Yeah.
But everybody was great. It was fun shooting that.
I really like the anytime anybody ever has like something to say about wokeism specifically, but like whatever's the mainstream thing going on and like whatever's the socially acceptable thing to do when people poke fun at that. It's always kind of my favorite humor, honestly. I guess it can be controversial, but I don't really think you said anything super controversial in that. So it's just I think that was a clever way to pull that off.
You did it very
tastefully,
American Dad style. Like,
yeah.
You're making fun of the right within the right, because you're making you had the woke thing, but you're making fun of them too. But you never said anything against them. You were just like on their side. So it's just like a parody of like their existence, I guess. And it's just like,
well, they say that woke nation or woke culture. First of all, I was in social justice for 20 years. So I learned about politics of language and how you address topics and things like that. But, God bless them. They're trying to be the right thing and do the right thing. But they're like armchair activists. They don't really know what's going on because they don't scratch the surface.
Right. It's almost like we're ignoring what's going on now. You know what I mean? Rather than fixing the problems in the world. We're just kind of like tiptoeing around what everybody's issues are. It's almost like we're treating every single person like they're the kids in the special ed class. You know what I mean? Like, don't call them names, avoid the classroom, and if they try to talk to you, just be nice. And if they slobber on you, well, you know what I mean? Like,
It's true.
Say that I have a mentally disabled brother, so.
Well, there's something going on in TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Kyle, it's Grayson, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's accurate.
That was pretty cool. I like that video. I liked them both. They were both very. The cinematography was great. Paul seems to know what he's doing as far as filming and editing and everything. And you knocked them out of the park with the one-liners and obviously the acting. Kyle, do you have anything that you wanted to ask before we get to the last section?
I like
or segment
to say that. No, I like that you're. I feel like you wasted too much time in the military, dear. You're
well,
very
I had
good
to escape.
Yeah. This is your South Korea.
Well, you probably have some funny stories in the military. I've never met anybody who was in the military who wasn't like at least at the bare minimum goofy. You know what I mean? There's not a single person like some of them like if they're like war torn, they don't want to talk about stuff, but they can still have a good time. You know what I mean? So like you probably have some good stories from those days, I imagine, huh?
Yeah, but it's good material. Like as I grew up on this in a camp, we were institutionalized, but we liked it.
So
isn't that what institutionalized is?
I used to frolic in fields of asbestos.
Isn't that how they filmed Wizard of Oz?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they had like snow and it was asbestos or some shit. Like they just dropped asbestos on people. The original Tin Man he was dying in the hospital because they painted him with lead paint. Like it was like such a shit show.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. We didn't keep the asbestos in fields. We had them in the houses.
Yeah. That's what it is. They're all under the carpet. I used to be a carpet installer, and you just like lift up the carpet to the old carpet, and you look at it, you're like, try not to breathe. You're like,
this can't be good.
But don't you have a question, Cole? One of your weird.
Yeah. So this last segment, I personally came up with all by myself. Kyle was not included on this, and I wung it, and I've been doing it ever since like the second episode, and it's kind of just me asking like a random question. And so today's question is going to be, what's a trend that you wish would just die already? Whether it could be on the internet, it could be in real life, clothing, the way people eat food, like a cooking trend, whatever, any type of trend that comes to mind.
Where do I even begin?
Really? Oh, we have time.
You can name off a couple if you'd like.
I think vapes need to go. I think it's
I'm
wrong.
not opposed to your opinion there. Like, I think they're kind of
smoke
girly,
tobacco,
actually.
old school.
They feminized smoking more than Virginia Slims ever did.
What's that?
They feminized vapes feminized smoking more than Virginia Slims ever did, and I will not let that go. It makes me so mad when I see grown men vaping. I can't stand it.
No, it's terrible. But those mukbang videos on TikTok and the cutting up of soap, like I know autism's on the rise, but I mean, why?
Okay.
I don't understand.
I definitely watch people eat food online.
Yeah, I have a cooking show on Tuesdays.
That's
kind of mukbang-ish. Like,
no, it's not a mukbang.
People eating in their car, like massive amounts of food. They're basically binge eating for entertainment.
It feels sexual, right? Like, you watch it and you're like, this should be on Pornhub, like, in a way. Like,
food porn.
It is.
It's food porn. It is. And I get you. When I had weight loss surgery, I was watching it nonstop. I couldn't eat myself.
You were like living vicariously.
I was living vicariously.
That's why I watch it.
It was entertaining to me.
Good idea.
I often deprive myself of all the love and joy in the world. So yeah, that's why I watch that shit. That's how I'm thin.
Maybe that's it. It's addressing world starvation.
Yeah.
The gluttonous people in the U.S. eating in their cars.
Isn't that crazy that there are people who starve to death and then there's just people on YouTube eating way too much? Like,
yeah, but at the same time, we just throw out perfectly good food because it's ugly, or even, or it sits on a shelf because nobody has the money to buy it, so it goes bad and people are hungry. I'm like, how fucking stupid is that? How about we just feed people? But
that's it.
I'm trying to not get political.
But you know what? It was back in my day. There was a funny thing that happened. Feed the World. Do you remember hearing that song?
Yeah.
This guy producer in England decided he was going to get all his friends who were all hungover and coming down off some drugs in a room for the day and sing a song. And it's the lines in the song wouldn't be politically correct today.
That's so
like, do they know it's Christmas time in Africa? And thank God it's them instead of you.
Oh.
Listen to the song. What white privilege is that?
I've never heard it, so I need a reference at some point.
Go on YouTube, watch the video of all these hungover British stars, and there's a line in there. And tonight, thank God it's them instead of you.
No, but what was it called? What was
Feed the World?
Feed the World, yeah. Was it the same dude that did Live Aid or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bob
I thought
Geldof.
so. Yeah,
Bob Geldof. But all the British, Duran Duran, Rod Stewart, all the British ones were there.
Yeah. Yeah. God, that was a spell ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
I just found out that Lithuania and Latvia, like those countries, I forget what the collective is. The Baltic countries did like a Hands Across America thing, but they did Hands Across, like, I forget, I don't even know the name of it, but my cousin was telling me about that. And so when was Hands Across America? Like, was that that was in the
there was an American one too. American, and there was a British one that they did a song and they did a concert to raise money for Africa.
Yeah.
It was in at the time for a minute.
Yeah, well, wasn't AIDS was well, that wasn't specifically Africa at the time, was it? No, I don't think so. Sorry. But it's more of a problem now in Africa than it was then. Okay. This is going off the rails, sir.
Well, I I think that's probably it for the day because my kid is over here bitching at me because I haven't given him dessert yet. These spoiled Gen Zs, am I right? So I gotta head out. But Maurganne, thank you so much for coming on. And if you have any new sketches anytime soon, definitely hit us up and we will totally premiere them or just show them or whatever you want to do.
Wonderful.
Where can people find you?
Mourganne Mooney. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube, and I'm at Yuck Yuck some Tuesdays.
Yeah. Do you have? I was gonna say, do you have shows coming up, or you just go to?
I'm producing. Well, I've been producing shows at Second City, Toronto. Sunday Fun Day After Dark, but I'm going to be starting back up in September. I'm taking a writing break right now.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. As a matter of fact, real quick, I'm going to show everybody your YouTube.
Okay.
We'll go right there and like and subscribe, everybody. Please subscribe to Maurganne Mooney. And also, yeah, check us out too. If you're not already, you probably already are. If you're watching, remember to catch our other stuff. Kyle has Life of Giants every Monday. Every Saturday, every other Saturday, I have Every Other Weekend Meals with my son. Every Saturday with my sister, The Greatest Goddamn Show on Air. Every Tuesday, we do Hammer to Cheese, where I like to get drunk and whip up something for dinner. And then also Dino and Atlas, our other good buddies who are on some of those other shows I just mentioned. They do a podcast together every Sunday at Generation Dan, where they interview comics and talk about generational differences. And then Atlas has a show where he talks about some card game I still don't understand that night. Thank you guys so much. And Maurganne, please keep in touch.
Yes.
We're always looking to build our portfolio to maybe possibly do sketches in the future with other people. So thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.